This is another episode of Get Loud Arkansas, Speak Truth to Power. I'm Joyce Elliott.
I'm Richard Walton.
And I'm Kristen Foster.
And today we have a few things we want to talk to you about. I hope everybody has noticed today is the first day of Black History Month. We're all aware of that. And Black History Month is something that all of us should think about in terms of what can we do to help move us forward, especially for Black Americans. It's not that other people don't need to move forward, we all do.
Yeah.
And are you aware of the theme for Black History Month? What is it? It is African Americans, and the arts. And when people think about the arts and African Americans, whether you realize it or not, I think most people do, that's one of the ways that we have real integration in this country, because no matter who people were, Black, white, whatever, they work together through the arts. And the same thing is true with athletics. Same thing is true of the military once they got everything going. So I think this is really important that this is a thing, because it really is a way of showing all of us these are ways we work together. We did that before anything else happened really between the races. And Black History Month was started by a man who just wanted to make sure we were putting down on paper the contributions of Black Americans, because it was probably not a big part of anybody's education, I would say.
No.
It definitely wasn't. It's such a timely conversation, because it's become such a trend now to try to remove it from education even more. Like, I mean, it never really made it in, and now we're going to try even harder to take it out.
Yeah. And can you think of anything you learned after you were out of high school, let's say, that you were just floored, that you didn't learn that in high school? No, can't. That's okay,
Yeah.
but that's not unusual, and people out there probably have the same response, because we just didn't get it, it's not a part. So the whole idea behind Black history was not to say it had to be separate and apart. It got started because it was not included.
Yeah.
So when we use that word inclusiveness, sometimes this is a good example of why we really need to have it. We're going to talk some other things about Black history.
I'm excited to talk about it, and also learn something about Arkansas Black history. I think is so interesting. It's something that I never learned about at all growing up, and there is such a rich history in Arkansas that we should be learning about.
We should. And one thing that's true is with the generations here, I did have a chance to learn about Black history because I went to an all-Black school.
Yeah.
And we started learning about Black history in elementary school. So many of the things now that we're just now being talked about, and some of the artists, for example, and by the way, I want to pinpoint, it's not just singing and dancing and music itself, but it's literature and everything else that has to do with the arts. But we've learned about a lot of those things, but not everything that we should have learned, because there just wasn't time or the resources. And so I do think it's important. Don't you think Black history is for everybody? It's a common misperception, I think, and it's not. And here at Get Loud Arkansas, we embrace this day. We embrace Black History Month as a way of pinpointing some of the things that are so important that we all need to do. Get Loud Arkansas is all about getting people registered and getting them all the way to the polls and fighting voter suppression. And we have something coming up.
Yeah, using the arts as a way to connect people is not new to us, right? We know the power of music to bring people together. So one of the things Richard's been working on is a really exciting partnership with Simmons Bank Arena. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, actually, we are doing a ticket giveaway. Now, the last day to enter is February 8th, midnight. So make sure the link is on my page. It's also on Get Loud's page. Make sure you just follow the prompts, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets. Something sexy in the city. Maya, Monica, Ashanti. You don't want to miss it.
Really good.
And something sexy in the city, that's the actual
Yes, that's the actual title of the concert.
And that's the title of the concert. It may also be the whole vibe of like,
Yeah.
We're on the sexy vibe.
So many times we talk about this work that we're doing, going out registering people, and it's way up. But this might not be sexy. Well, turns out this time.
Yes,
it can.
The city really is.
Mm-hmm.
And we will do that. And we need to make sure everybody knows how to follow us and how they can get involved. And Christian, will you talk about that real quickly?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be doing these shows pretty much every week, and we do a lot of useful information on our social media. So follow us I'm always at Get Loud Arkansas, all spelled out one word, or you can go to our website, getloudarkansas.org. If you're not already following us, please do. Please like and share our content and help us get it out to more people in Arkansas. We're really trying to do a lot of work for the voter registration deadline that comes up on February 5th, which is very soon. Our team has been out working so hard, and I know you're heading out to high schools tomorrow to do more registration. So
In Hampton High School.
yeah, definitely out here doing it. It's great.
Yeah. And so, as we close out this segment of Speak Truth to Power, I want you to be sure you recognize that power is what you have with your vote. Your voice, your vote, that's power. And one of the things that Carter G. Woodson wanted Blacks to have was power. And through teaching people about Black history was one way that he knew people would have power. If they had the knowledge, they would have power. Now, I want you to remember, your vote is your power. So be sure you register, be sure you get all the way to the polls. And as you are following us, we will teach you some ways that you can get involved. So, have a great day, and make sure you vote and take somebody else to the polls on that day.
Also, we are coming back. We'll be doing this every week, so make sure you are tuning in and stay with us.
Ready to speak truth to power.
Truth to power.
See y'all next week.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.